If you're new here, let me give you a rundown on how this works. I have the simple rule that if I watch 3 videos from the same content creator within a month, and I enjoy them, I subscribe to them. So if this is your first or second time here, welcome. Hope you enjoy. If this is your third time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Keep up to date with what we do. Moving on into the run. Some of you may be thinking, who's the father in the cave? That's Randall Dean Clark, a character from Honest Hearts. Quite frankly, my favorite character in the entirety of Fallout. Maybe one of my favorite characters, just completely. His story is so sad and yet amazingly written. Quite frankly, his story is better written than the entirety of Fallout 4 is to me, which is both funny and sad at the same time. It's almost Mad Max-esque, except, I don't know, it feels more realistic to me how the survivalist survived and lived. So we're going to start off with his weapon and armor, because while I do like the challenge runners that go out of their way to find the equipment that they need, I personally like to see people play the entirety of the game with the loadout they need instead of needing to go find it. Right here I learned a little something about the survivalist's rifle, and in that it is extremely inaccurate. Mind you, that's in the base game as well because the sights are fucked up, but I think it's one of my mods or something that's just not playing well with another one, because it shoots up and to the right to a point where it's almost at the top of the top right sight post. I don't really delve too deeply into it until here a little later, but that's just something I have to deal with for the beginning of this. I figure out a way to fix it later on. But I figure today, on the 5th of February, I would do this run as the survivalist, Randall Dean Clark, the father in the cave, because today's his birthday. He was born, let me see here, February 5th, 2053. And this is special to me because today is also my birthday. So it just kind of all fell into place that the day I upload Fallout videos is Wednesday now. And my birthday is on Wednesday, and my birthday is also the same birthday as the survivalist. Come on. Couldn't ask for a better setup at that point. We dip into Honest Hearts, not Honest Hearts, Lonesome Road, because Randall was in the military. He was on his way back home after one of his many nature excursions to, quite frankly, get away from the horrors of war that he was subjected to when the bombs fell. So he would be intimately familiar with all of the workings of the Divide. Like the commissary, which some commenters told me in the last one, is a thing for the military too. I only know it from like jails and stuff. Never been. Had family members that have went, and I've had to put money on their books and whatnot. We get a level up here, put a bunch into guns, put a bunch into sneak. Later on we will put a lot more into survival and repair. He's one of those characters that's lived so long and done so much. Quite frankly, I could see most of his stats being at 100 and him having 10s in almost all of his special skills. But I decided to go for a more down-to-earth approach to him. Especially since I do believe it's Josh Sawyer that came up with the story, I think. Let me check here. Sawyer came up with the idea for him, and John Gonzalez wrote the diary entries. He was conceived as a clever ex-military man without a lot of formal education. And this is where I start to realize just how inaccurate this rifle is. 'Cause I'm trying all over here to figure out where the fuck to hold to shoot this thing. And I'm just missing every shot, so I just aim down. So I figure, okay, it's toward the top of that. And right here, you see it's shooting almost to the top of the right sight post. So I installed a mod that was supposed to fix this problem, and it didn't work, which makes me think that this is a mod conflict of some kind, which is annoying because with this mod in place, it's a really good sight mod, mind you. It's covering up where I hit. So I just decided there's a setting in-game that lets you just use, like, Fallout 3's aiming mechanic. So I just switched to that, and it's so much more accurate, man. It's like this mode was made for this rifle. Have some whiskey to help with carry weight. Because we're not going to be talking to normal vendors, we're only going to be using vendors here in Vide. And we're going to try to talk to as few people as possible. Mind you, like every time you go into a casino, you have to talk to people. I don't really consider robots people, so I think Victor doesn't count, but you know. We only go out of our way to talk to, I think, Veronica. Here we take out some marked men, real easy, couple of shots to the body and to the head. So much more accurate when just using the New Vegas style of... Not New Vegas. Fallout 3 style of aiming over the New Vegas iron sight style. Toss a grenade down, take out these marked men, because they always spawn in there. Level up again. Divide's a quick place to get a bunch of levels. More into guns, more into sneak. We'll use more sneak later on. Take toughness, because something a lot of people don't get is toughness isn't just being immune to physical pain. It's, quite frankly, it's how much damage you're allowing your body to go through before you stop. And from the diary entries and shit that you read in Zion, that man, toughest fucker you probably would ever come across. Put the rifle to staggering use now that I can actually hit something with it. Not always what I'm aiming for, mind you, but hit stuff with it. Take out the last couple of marked men here, loot everything they have, sell it off to the vendor, buy more 12.57 ammo. I think that's what this rifle is. My mistake. 12.7 millimeter ammunition is what this rifle uses. Which, if memory serves me right, is just 50 cal. Oh, look here. Do 12.7 millimeter round is very close to 50 cal. Practically identical in size and function. Essentially a 50 cal. Yeah, so this is pretty much a fucking 10-shot, 50 cal rifle. So, one would say almost an anti-material rifle. I'm guessing, though, that in-game, due to the functionality of everything, it's supposed to be a smaller version, kind of like 50 Beowulf or something. When, yeah. The 50 BMG Browning machine gun ammo, also known as the 12.7 by 99 millimeter NATO cartridge. Yeah, no, that's what this is. This is a 50 cal rifle, which explains why it hits so hard, but I don't think I've ever seen a 50 cal rifle like this.
No offense.
Take out some big horners anyway. Go talk to Veronica so she can let us talk to the Brotherhood now, so I can meet them and then fuck off and not need to come back.
We gave you a password, Veronica.
For runs like this, it's so hard to try to actually figure out what you want to do because
I'm in charge.
We already know what the survivalist did. He fucked off to the middle of nowhere to just wait everything out and live off the land, right? He wouldn't take part in any of the events of New Vegas if he was still alive, right? He wouldn't have. So I'm just gonna go about it with the mindset of he likes to help people that need helping, and he certainly fucking kills those that need killing, so that's what we're doing. Also, I had bullet time activated when Vulpes started talking to me. And that's just funny as fuck in my book. Anyway, so pretty much what we're going for is the most impact that's going to help the most people, short-term or long-term, but the people around us where we are, that's what we're going for. That pretty much means independent New Vegas again. I also start taking out Securitrons because they give pretty good experience, and why wouldn't I? I need to go kill House anyway. So, that's what we're doing for him. Would he want to take over New Vegas? No, he would not. He would not want to take over New Vegas. Speaking of New Vegas doing shit, it shits the bed here and crashes. No, he would not want to take over New Vegas. He wouldn't even take part in any of this bullshit going on now. But I want to see if I could use just his equipment from the start. Not talking to people. I was originally going to try to use his combat strategies as well, because you know quite a bit about him from the way he leaves his caves and the information he leaves in his diary pages, but there's not really too many places or times where you can set up elaborate traps to lure people into. There are times that you can go through and set up traps and then lure people into them, like during combat, but and I do that later on to pretty good effect. It's just not to the extent that he would have done it, right? And that's why some runs like this are just harder. Oh yeah, on my way to go kill the Legion sneaks up on me to kill me. I just kind of found that fun. Take them out. Again, the idea of rushing a dude with a rifle when you have a fucking hammer is just kind of stupid. Anyway, take out the Legion assassins so I can go assassinate some Legion. See, like right here, I decide, hey, I'm gonna put up a bunch of mines and stuff, and I'm gonna take some shots. I don't know why the gas bombs are thrown like that. Shouldn't they be like a throwing weapon and not a mine? But yeah, whatever. Set down some plasma mines, and I think a deconstruction charge, demolition charge, and one of the other DLC mines. Then I figure I'll just sit back here and I'll pick them off, and they'll come running at me because they aggro on like everything. But yeah, no, 4 shots, 4 kills with sneak attacks. Take out the dogs. Take out the bark scorpion that's always coming for you here. And that's that. Right? Even if you do set up like elaborate traps and shit, you can usually take everyone out with just a sneak attack anyway, which is what he would have done. He even says so in his diary pages and whatnot. So we go to say hi to the Legion, taking all them out along the way. Sneak attack where we can. Normal shots when we can't.
Oh, it's just all
Free the slaves. He wouldn't want people enslaved and shit like that because it's just the type of man he was. Go to the fort, forget I'm actually doing shit at that point because I was checking my phone and just kind of scatter to deal with the Legion. Take out the rest of them. Gotta say, this rifle's kind of overpowered when you can actually hit shit with it. Just gonna speed up the whole process here in fort. I think maybe they messed up the sight on purpose. Like, the sight is bent off to the side. I understand that, but I mean, making it shoot so high up into the right was maybe like a nerf to it, but I don't know, man. This rifle is really good. I decide I want to set up a trap here for Caesar and his Praetorian Guard, or whatever they're called. So some mines down through here. I don't really have many mines by this point in time, and I don't really know a good place to buy them in New Vegas. Hop in, take out one of the Praetorian Guards, take out the dogs, lay into them, and then run, reload, wait for them to hit the mines because they're just going to keep chasing you. And they're all melee, so, you know, whatever. Take out Caesar with a headshot and then take out his guard and bam. Legion's dead. That was some survivalist shit right there. Go in, install the platinum chip upgrade here.
Hey.
Go to deal with the Omertas because I don't like these guys. And it's like a fucking rite of passage at this point. Just gonna speed this up too. Again, they're lightly armored, so 1 to 2 shots maybe. When you're shooting center of mass in this game, I've noticed that you will most likely hit the weapon that they have held out in front of them. Which is why it sometimes takes 2 shots to take someone down. And why sometimes you will hit somebody and it won't seem to do any damage. Level up again. Sneak's at 100 now, so we start dumping points into repair. Then we start going with repair and survival, because that makes the most sense. Go to say hi to the White Glove Society, which are a bunch of cannibals, and again, not people he would suffer to be around. Again, lightly armored. I think they have more head armor than like anyone else though, because they wear those stupid masks. Rest of the casino didn't aggro on me, so I decided I'll just change in my Legion money and get it all back in caps and whatnot, and take out Mortimer here, who for some reason doesn't have a key to the members only section, which is weird. Look for Mallory or whatever her name is. Can't find her, so I take out the rest of the white gloves here. Don't kill any innocents or anything. Repair up a bunch of stuff because I hoard in these games. Hoard loot. I don't hoard supplies, but just loot. Start taking out the rest of the white gloves. And mind you, the loot I'd be taking back to the Divide to sell to the commissary. I'm only buying stuff from the Divide. I'm only getting healing supplies from the Divide. Finish zipping through that. Heal on up. Talk to Yes Man. And I gotta say, I never knew this was an option. I know if you talk to House first and let him do the whole Securitron upgrade thing, then you talk to Yes Man, you can get the same dialogue choices. But I got the chip, I upgraded the army. Well, I got the chip, I killed House, I upgraded the army, then I came back and talked to him. I thought maybe I'd be able to skip the whole Securitron upgrade section, since I already know it upgrades the Securitrons, and I already upgraded the Securitrons. But you can't. Only 2 tribes you need to go talk to, Great Khans and the Boomers. Great Khans don't give a fuck that I just killed Carl. Which is kind of funny. They do kind of get pissed when I kill their leaders, though. Take out the rest of them here. I loot all of their shit, all of their weapons, because they have good weapons. Thinking I was going to go sell it, but I don't ever head back to the Divide because I don't need supplies. And by, like, here in, like, the next level or 2, I end up with jerry-rigging so I can just fix my weapons and armor without too much of a problem. Again, this rifle seems overpowered when you can actually hit shit with it. Especially with sneak attack criticals.
That's not a good idea.
It's like a tank. Or at the very least an anti-personnel, anti-vehicle weapon. Take out the Legion as they try to assassinate me again. Easy enough.
Welcome, child.
Meet the Boomers. Fuck off because the Boomers don't need our help. Install the chip in the Dorito substation. The NCR is shooting at me, so I shoot them. Funniest shit happens here, though, right? Loot the NCR for a service rifle to fix my rifle up. Some other things here and there. Fix my gun. Because why not? Keep it nice, tip-top. When I step out...
Stay out of the control room
and they're not pissed at me. I just found that funny. Skip on over to the Hoover Dam here. Easy run. No Legion, no Great Khans to fuck with us on our way in. The Legion goes down fairly easy. I thought I was going to have an easy time keeping my armor repaired, but for some reason they don't seem to drop like armor pieces along the bridge, which is strange. So I can only really keep my helmet fixed up. We get our Securitron army all updated and whatnot. Take out the Legion here and their anti-material rifles. Pop a stealth boy, take out the Legion in the camp. Toss down a mine with all all the grenades I still have left. Pop another stealth boy, just to make sure it lasts long enough here. Take some psycho just for the extra damage. Take out his Praetorian guards because they get on my fucking nerves. It makes him aggro. Our Securitron takes the brunt of his attack.
Another kill to my name.
Sets off our mines. Does a little damage to him. But while he's focused on our Securitron, we just lay into him. He does his whole thing where he tries to bitch out of the situation, and I do believe the Securitron actually got the kill here, which is the first for me in any Fallout run. Make sure he's dead, then get ready to take out the rest of the Legion here, and the Securitron's just kind of cleaning house at this point, man. Which I'm surprised by, because they're usually fucking useless, or hit me with more missiles than anyone else. Say fuck it, fight the NCR. Is this something he would have done? Probably not, but it's the end of the game. I don't really consider it counting for anything. Take out the Rangers, take out Oliver. Shoot Yes Man a few times, because why not? But there's only really one way I can end this run as Randall Dean Clark, the survivalist, the father in the cave, and that's by going to Zion and seeing where he fucking ended up, you know. Hell of a story, just told through in-game items and shit. If they ever make a Fallout anthology, I swear to God this would do better than most of the new Mad Max movies, because this would be one hell of a story for people to sit down and watch, man. Anyway, thanks for watching, especially on my birthday. See you guys in the next one.